Hi everyone. So I actually just came back from my hairdresser. I went to get a haircut and I thought this would be a good idea to show you what I do to get my hair highlighted and what kind of highlights I get and what type of haircut I get. So if you're interested, just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the highlights, and for those who don't know, I was born a blonde. I was pretty much very blonde until I was like 16, and then my hair started getting progressively darker as time went by. And when I was around 17, I believe, I started getting highlights done professionally at a salon, but very natural looking highlights. So my hair kind of progressed into looking the same way it did naturally, but just with the help of the extra highlights I put in. But only recently did I start getting really tired of that fake highlighted look that you get at salons. And for those of you who don't know, I went through all these changes. I dyed my hair dark, really black, dark brown, and all these things. And I came to the conclusion that blonde or a lighter color is what suits me the most, because that's what I was born as. I was born as a blonde, a very blonde child. So just like my natural hair color did darken, I think that's what it's supposed to happen. So there's no way that you're 50 and your roots are still so bleach blonde. So I didn't like that fake look. To say the least, I was paying $200 to get my hair highlighted, especially after I was trying to remove all the black ink from my hair or the black dye, whatever. And yeah, so that was a huge mistake. But going back to the topic, and I'm not trying to get off topic, but I'm trying to give you an idea of all the things that I've been through with my hair. But I decided to try out a highlighting kit, and the one I picked up was the Revlon Frost Glow and Blonde. And now, as you can see, like in the picture, I feel like this is pretty much what they were doing to me at a hair salon. You can see, like, it's a very blonde look, and you can see the streaks of like blonde hair, and I don't like that. However, I was more concerned with the type of blonde, and when I was like researching, they said to use this kit for people who have dark blonde or light brown hair, and that's me. And then they have another kit for darker hair, so it's like a medium kit, whatever. But I felt like this was the one that was meant for my hair, because even though my hair is darker, it still has a chemical structure of a blonde. So it highlights very quickly. So before I move on to what I really do, I'm going to show you what this has. And don't really pay attention to like the pictures here. I don't feel like they help you that much, because to me that looks like a zebra. I really don't like the samples they show you. But anyway, this is actually a new one, and this was $8.79. And I got this at like a beauty store, but you can get it at Walmart and things like that. And then again, I'm trying to do this video because before trying this, I researched all over YouTube to see if there was any videos out there showing successful, tries with this kit. And there really weren't that many. I saw a couple that were okay, but most of the people were complaining that it ruined their hair, it did this, it did that, and don't ask me why I still went for it. But I feel like because I've been getting my hair highlighted for so long, I have enough experience from seeing what they do to tackle it on. And for me, what's the worst that could happen? I would just go to my hairdresser and dye it over, and I would just learn my lesson. But okay, so it comes with the frosting powder in this little pack. And then it comes with the developer, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, cream developer. And then these are just the shampoo, after shampoo and conditioner. And let me tell you, this conditioner is amazing. I wish they sold it separately, because it makes your hair, you're going to be concerned after highlighting your hair, because it does damage your hair a little bit, right? Especially if your hair is darker. Because you're essentially bleaching your hair. But this conditioner is amazing. It makes your hair feel so soft, and I had no problems removing all the knots and everything after I was done. And then, I'm not going to open this, but it comes with this little bag. And inside, well, actually I will open it so that I can show you. This is what you use to mix up the color. I'm sorry, that's my mom's dog. And then here's the cap. And I'll be like posting pictures of my hair already in the caps and stuff. And I wish I took more pictures, but I did this really late at night. It was 11 p.m. So I didn't even take an after picture, but like this is what it turned out as. So, but this is the cap, and it comes with sections. So I did all of it, but only the circles. Like they have, I don't know if you can see, there's little holes in between the circles. I only did the circles. And as a tip, I recommend you, and I'm trying to look, I'm sorry if I look distracted, but I'm trying to like not miss anything, and I feel like there's something missing here. Anyway, I opened up all the holes before because it's weird because their holes are here, but like they're completely closed. So when you put it on, and you want to see how funny I look? Yeah, it's funny. When you put it on, it's going to hurt your scalp if you're trying to like just rip the plastic apart. So I did that prior to putting it on my head. Then it comes with, and I'm trying to like go through this really quick because I don't want to make this a long video, but okay. And then inside you have the instructions like this. And I don't know if you can see, this plastic is actually a set of gloves because you want to make sure you wear gloves when you're doing this. And you also want to make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. I was in my bathroom and I used a fan, and I also opened up the window because it gets really, I mean, you're dealing with bleach. So, and also, when you're pouring the powder, when you're about to mix, you mix this and this. So when you're doing that, just make sure you're not breathing in, because like some of the powder will like start to like, you know, flare up. So just make sure you're not breathing in or use a mask or something. But then once it's all mixed up here, and this is also what it comes, you mix it up here with this. Then once it's mixed up, there's no problem, and you use the gloves. Now, I don't know, it's supposed to bring the, let me see, it's supposed to bring the strand hooks for you to remove your hair from the holes, but I feel like it's missing it. I don't see them. But you know what? Anyway, the one that came with the kit, the strand hooks that you remove your hair, I didn't like them. They were plastic, so I just bought them at, you can get them at like Sally's and things like that, and they're like 29 cents each, but they're the metal ones, and I bought 2 of them. And I feel like you spend 29 cents on each, but then they're going to last you forever, because I did not like the plastic one that came with it. And in this kit, it didn't even come with it. So I don't know how they expect you to get your highlights done. But so first, you want to put this on the way you usually, you know, comb your hair. So like I usually part my hair. That's like the most common way for me to use it. I usually use it like this. So I would just do this and put it on like this. And then you want to make sure this is out of your way, and you want to tie it really tight. And I know it look really funny, but and you do that. You want to pull out, and if you have a lot of hair, I would do all the holes, even the ones in between the circles. But if you don't, if you're like me, I don't have a lot of hair, just do the circle ones. And make sure you pull out, if you want a natural look, that is, pull out very, very thin. Like, I don't even know, it's hard to tell you how thin, but like really, really thin. And I'm going to try to show you. Something like that. Very thin ones. And you're going to think, well, you're not going to even notice it, but you will, because by the time all those little thin pieces are done, they're just going to blend in, and they're going to give you a lighter color, but nothing obvious. And I like that because I just got this done, and I was without doing it for 3 months, and obviously in 3 months my roots grew a lot, but you couldn't tell. At least you couldn't tell that much. Like, it did have that ombre effect, but not, you know, like when I would get them at the salon, 2 months later, I saw the beginning of each highlight. You could tell I was due for highlights, and this way you can't. Because you're with a cap, you're always going over. You don't know what hairs you're going over with. You always end up having the ombre look because this hair is going to be like virgin hair, and it's only going to you're going to have your natural color and the highlights. But here, it's always going to be blonder because you're going over it so many times, even though you do get haircuts and trims, but you know what I mean. But make sure you do it really lightly. My husband actually helped me because I did the front part, and then it's really hard to do the back part, so he helped me. I showed him how much I wanted him to remove, and he was really nice about it. He was thrilled that I was saving so much money. So after the hair was done, and it does take a while, especially the first time, everything was pulled out, and I will post pictures. I'm going to insert pictures in the video. I have them on my phone, but I'm going to try to do that for you, of how my hair looks with everything pulled out. Once it's like that, you're going to see that it is a lot of hair. And my next thing, I try to do the test. I try to cut out like a piece of hair from inside and test it out. It didn't really go that well, but you want to make sure. My major concern was that my hair was going to turn orange, because some people, they go through an orange phase before they turn blonde. And I don't think I was really going to go through that orange phase just because my natural hair color is already so light, but you never know. So what I did was I left it on for 30 minutes. I rinsed it with a cap on and blow dried it, because when you rinse it, when you just like look at it, you rinse it out, it looks orangey. It looks like it has the orangey tint. So I'm like, maybe it's just because it's wet, it's not washed. So I blow dried it, and what I was going to do is, if it was still orangey, I was going to put more and just give it 5 more minutes, because once it's through that orangey phase, then you're good. But I didn't have a problem, and I left it on for 30 minutes. You can go on for 60 minutes, but again, my hair doesn't take that long to highlight. Let me think. Okay, then after I was done, it was still shocking when I saw how blonde it was, and I'm like, oh, I overdid this, blah, blah, blah. And then I washed it. So after I came out, I'm like, where are the highlights? I couldn't even tell. They were all blended in. I combed my hair, then I blow dried it, and this is what I got. I think it looks really natural, and I'm trying to think if I missed anything. And just please feel free to leave me comments, and I will try to give you as many tips as I can, because I do understand this is a lot to talk about in a short video. But I'm going to show you. I don't know, like, you can't barely tell. Like, my roots, they look darker in the video, but I mean, I like the ombre effect, and I think it looks really natural. Like, my roots could just start growing in for 3 months, and I really don't need it. And honestly, like, when I redid this now, not just because it was 3 months and my roots were growing out, because I like the ombre effect. It was mainly because my hair gets really oily, and I do need the highlights to like dry it up a little bit, because if I don't have highlights, I'm washing my hair every single day, and it's ridiculous. It gets to a point where I wash my hair at night, and in the morning it feels greasy already. The highlights help my hair keep it clean and not non-oily, so I need that dryness per se. So I'm really happy by the way it turned out. It's the second time I do it, and I wanted to show you, like, everyone compliments me on my hair color. They think it's either my natural color or that I get it professionally done. And yeah, well, just let me know if you have any questions, and I will be glad to help you.